Welcome back once again to ESL Pro League. Map 1 goes towards NaVi 16-9 as FaZe come out flat. They need to bounce back. It was only the heroics of Nico in that previous map that gave him a chance, but it wasn't enough. Now heading into Mirage, another map that NaVi has proven they are very, very good on. Here to introduce the map and break it down is Sponge and Pansy.
Yeah. Hi everybody, this is D_Mirage. I introduced the map. Is that what you were after?
That's unreal. It? Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah. Let's move along.
I wasn't sure.
Mistakes were made.
So, Jason, thanks
for not throwing me under the bus.
What would you like to talk about?
Still mates. Let's talk about what we saw from FaZe at Katowice, because this is the map they look pretty good on.
Well, we only saw it once, if I'm not mistaken, against Immortals.
Yes, Lauren, you are correct.
And that's the only time they've actually played it with this full 5.
Yeah.
They haven't tried it yet. We haven't seen it beyond that, but they did look good in that game against Immortals.
Historically, a good FaZe map. They always seem to be able to use individual skill on this map to be able to find openings. I think watching NaVi's T-side, I know we're quickly flipping the coin, don't seem as inspired. And speaking of inspired, maybe we have a clip. I've kind of gone to it a little bit early. No, here it is. It's already up. We're already on. This is a fast B split. This is what I talked about in the pre-show, where FaZe have these strategies. Everyone else is being relatively methodical at the moment, but this is a fast B split. This is a window smoke and a back of cat smoke from T-spawn. And then they go into a fast B split. Nico getting in front of this Molotov here definitely helps. They entry onto the bomb site, and then Immortal save. This is from the game, Lauren, you were talking about. And to have this kind of stuff in your arsenal and to have a bit more freedom, like people know where they have to go. They know the smokes they have to run. But every time you're doing the strategy, people are always going to be in different positions. So this is where their raw skill and their ability to adjust on the fly comes in handy.
The one thing I'd say is it was actually extremely reminiscent as well of what Karrigan used to make Astrons do on the T-side of Mirage, where Rain is almost picture perfect at exactly how to pre-played it. It's something that they ran for a while. There were answers to it eventually because it became Astralis love Mirage. We don't want to just take, face off against B, because they'll do love in that little bit of a split towards B, a very quick pace to it. But the thing is, what I want to look at is how much does Karrigan AWP on this map, if he does at all, or if he'll purely leave it to Alu, because he does love to pick it up on this. He's actually very good at it as well. We saw him pick it up over previous players on this one as well. He picked up over Device for a short tenure when he was on Astralis. I don't know if Alu's going to allow that to happen or if it even works for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, this was a map that Karrigan was always a specialist on. But for me, I think this matchup on Mirage is going to come down to the CT sides, because on the FaZe side of things, it looks like Keo and B, Alu and Karrigan, with the AWPs, wherever they want to play catwalk mid, they're all very comfortable, very effective in those positions. And if you look at NaVi's CT side, this is one of the maps I feel like they've very much dropped off, and it's one of the maps I feel you can identify how much lack of confidence there is in this team right now. Is there a reason why a team like this, who used to be good on Mirage, is feeling this lack of confidence? Is it something where the communication isn't lacking, making everyone feel uncomfortable? Is it a loss of belief in the map? But their CT sides at the time look like they're not even, trying to get any kind of information, not even really putting any effort onto the map.
Depends on how you want to address it, like from the get-go on their CT and T sides, I suppose. If you want to dictate the pace, or if you want to allow it to be dictated to and react, and NaVi is normally that team that's happy just to play the default style, and then they will change as needed, or they'll play the passive style and get the information and then react on both sides, really. I think a strength for them on their T side is how much they like to get mid control from under the window and boost into the window and that kind of stuff. But once you find that out, once you know they're doing it, it's quite easy to negate that position by using a lot of Molotovs or always being wary of that boost. On their CT side, I think the issue that I've kind of noticed from time to time is players might get caught out either in connector or catwalk or window on their own. They don't really seem to trade. Those could be issues that they can address, I guess. Yeah,
well, we'll see who has the issues and who can exploit them. It's going to be the second map between NaVi and FaZe. And once again, we've got Henry G and Sadikist.
Hey, guys. I know you missed us. Sorry you had to listen to those other guys talk for a bit, but we're back.
We are indeed. And with Mirage as well. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I like that place. Yeah. It's not exactly where I thought we would teleport to. No, I knew that. I knew the map pool beforehand, so I actually did. Henry, I lied to you.
FaZe versus NaVi, to be fair, I think NaVi run away with this. FaZe haven't really impressed me that much. The T-side especially looking very weak. Didn't really get rolling on the CT side until a massive play comes in from Nico. And we'll see, hopefully FaZe turn up. Like, it was always going to be a rough ride against NaVi on Train, one of their better maps. And FaZe apparently yet to play that in Pro League. So we'll have a look as they develop here as a team. It's going to be 1-0 already. How are FaZe doing in the table right now? They're like, what, mid-table?
I mean, they were 5-3. Now they're 5-4. Okay. So yeah, mid-table. I mean, historically, this is a decent map for FaZe, but Nico, it's an incredible map for Nico. So both teams are reasonably good on it, to be fair. It's a good blind veto. I guess, choice, or the way that this leveled out for them. So I'm excited for this game. I think more so than I was on Train. I think Train, for me, it can always be an epic game, but overall the way it plays isn't as exciting for me to watch personally. I like Mirage.
You like Mirage?
I like Mirage, Cash. To some extent, I hate playing Cash, but I like watching it.
Well, we are into this one. It will be FaZe on the T side here. 5 players towards the A side of the map. They've got 2 smokes to work with. Normally dictates it's going to be a smoke towards jungle, 1 towards the steps. There's one towards the steps right there from Rain. And they actually like to push through towards the CT side. Most teams will go towards CT spawn. They actually like to go towards the steps and push through the smoke. We'll see what they do at this time. 3 players out towards Palace. Up to Simple first, who's going to be looking for the couple of one bullets here.
Tried desperately to do so, but Kiyoshima will take down Simple. As Guardian finds Kerrigan, it doesn't matter because Alu's got 2 bombs down on the site, though. That gives Edward a chance back at it. It's still visible inside of the smoke, but Seized has to utilize that to his best advantage because he's got 3 to find. And he's not going to find any of those 3.
Yeah, pretty standard pistol there from FaZe. Didn't push through the smokes as speculated, actually finding a lot of frags. Didn't really have to. Get down Simple first, who was alone towards CT spawn, and Edward trying to bring in that heroic play, pushing for the smoke, getting towards Sandwich, but did not work out for him, and it's going to be 1-0 for FaZe here. The T-side was poor on Train. This is looking more promising, though. It's going to be a force buy, of course, from NaVi. Even Guardian's chiming in. He's got a UMP and body armor, so this is all kind of damage they can inflict. And round number 2 here, and Desert Eagles some CZs. And on the T side, they've got 2 AKs and 3 UMPs. Going for that mid control. Bombs down towards top of mid, of course. A little boost there for Edward. He'll try and be baited in by his teammates there. Flaming and Guardian trying to show as much presence as they can. Actually got 4 players towards B. So not good news for Simple. He's alone on the A side with just a Deagle and CT spawn. No real map control gathered as of yet for FaZe. They have 1 player towards Palace. That's Nico. And they can just be more of the same here. They've still got 1 smoke remaining. Still a contact play towards A. Walk up that A ramp and try and challenge Simple. That could be idyllic for him, all things considered. Look at that angle he's got. They're going to straight up walk into his crosshair. I think that might happen. I'd say he probably gets 1 kill away as they walk in.
Simple's going to try and spot them coming out from Palace. Alu, quick check toward A main to make sure that's clean first. And now the walk. Not before Flames to clear Shadow. Take no chances on the way through. Looks out all right because that's cleared off, that's covered, but now they've got to find their way to the site instead. That'll help by pushing Simple all the way back towards CT. But Simple does manage a kill, get back in position. Bomb planted, covered off default, behind Triple. Nade's not going to quite do anything because it's misthrown from Simple, but he's still in it with a shout. Now trying to flank. Bit of off camera, or off, I guess, camber action, you can say. It's almost out of position, but Simple, he's made this work. UMP picked up, he just stays alive in that position, stays efficient. Now Nico's locked out. He was the one doing battle back towards spawn. It's going to haunt him in the end, as Edward will take him down, and NaVi's going to steal back around.
So FaZe there, with the advantage, obviously had 2 rifles and 3 UMPs, and it was a B stack as well from NaVi. They will just about put that defuse in. You'd think, all things considered, contact play towards the A side, 1 player there, they should be winning that hands down. But the problem is they didn't have any grenades to work with then. At that point, they'd used everything at the start of the round. They walk into the A side. We said Simple, he's probably going to get 1 here and buy his team some time. Actually, Alu pushed towards CT spawn. He gets taken down, gives Simple a weapon. And at that point, like we said, buying time, allow teammates to rotate in. They're hitting all the Deagle shots. Simple finds 2 in total. Just like that, NaVi steal it away. It's going to be round number 3, not a force buy from FaZe here. They've got the bomb down, so they know they can buy into the next round. So just Glocks, PT-50s here. Deagle for Nico. Normally going to be taking that towards mid, which he is doing. And gives his position away. So Guardian now, just readjust slightly. That's not really much this T's can do, I'm afraid. Only 1 flashbang. You need a couple of smokes at least against the site. That 1 flash, maybe get towards B, just flash over the roof and hope for the best, but maybe a couple of kills. That'd be something to work with here. They will be buying in the next round.
Flash down to try and cover connector as well from Guardian. Rain. Oh, I was going to say it was going to wait. It's a tough angle, but it works. Finds Guardian's head. That means Edward boosted, thankfully, at Cat will have a bit more vision down toward the depths of middle because they've lost a lot of ground, having just Guardian go down that early. Seized goes past the L, checks the under. But it's over toward B with no one directly inside of the site. Edward's going to watch this from afar, jump across the first spots, the second spots, the third, nearly takes the third as he starts to unleash. It'll be a fast flank site, giving up bomb plant down inside of B. And immediately Sees does get one when he arrives inside of the apartments. Ever closer as well. Molotov should do it. Alu's so low. The flash will go in. Oh, Alu just gets away, but he's caught on the exit. Sees now with 2. Still doing a 3 versus 3. Looks for a hat trick. Does find it as well. And Simple will go down to the hands of Rain. But Flamey knows where he is. They'll converge on his position. And it's Seized with 4 now on the UMP. Keo shows himself. Can't find the kill. Seized wraps around. Gets the ace.
Got a bit scary there for NaVi overall. It was an ace indeed. That's actually quite cool for Seized. He came flanking in from the B apartments, gets 5 in total, his actual entries to the game as well. And they managed with just Glocks and PT50s to completely get the bomb down and overwhelm that B site. It was a bit of a gamble for that from NaVi.
Look at his money as well.
$7,000, not bad.
Yeah, that's sick on a UMP.
Yeah. Lots of money farmed up. But we did say this will be a buy for FaZe. The bomb plant certainly helps that as well. It's a nice full buy. So 5 AKs, smokes, Molotovs to work with, no AWP, but Rain's got a decent spawn. Looking to challenge towards connectors. Throws a Molotov in at the start. Smoke to cover his position slightly as well. Guardian throws the Incendiary in return, but some fast mid control towards short coming in. It looks like Edward could be aware of this, but I say Rain gets this kill. If he overcommits slightly, that could be a problem for Edward, but just holding the angle for now as Rain sneaks in towards the ladder room.
Rain's going to wait as well to see if Edward will push past Cinders. Seized, better shot to Kerrigan, but Seized is going to wait as well to see if they get closer to the bench. Alu finds the kill instead, but Guardian gets in position. Across the window, down they go. No one makes it into the bench for the post plant. They have that part covered off, at least to his knowledge. But Smokes will change that. They have to consider all options now on the way back through, including the fact that Rain is waiting. Flash in, still spotted the shadow beforehand, and therefore could hold down the trigger and find the headshot, leaving them with a man advantage as well. Guardian's already gone.
The flashbang was perfect as well, but Rain, just pulling the trigger, like you said, sees the shadows, he sneaks out the window there, falls, fires everything as he gets blinded as well. Perfect headshot comes in, and that's going to be the round secured. That was the turning point for sure. Guardian now trying to save the AWP. Has got one player towards connector, spots his head as well. That's Rain. Can he find the kill here? Certainly can. Takes him down. Will be staying alive for now, it seems. It's going to be FaZe pulling one back, but 2 weapons saved for NaVi. We did say Seized had a lot of cash, so he'll be able to buy up into the next round, presumably. Well, actually, he must have dropped a weapon in the previous round. He's got 3K, so Guardian can drop 1. Flamey not so much, so they are going to be buying up to this one. He does drop an M4, and it's going to be a rough buy overall. FaZe do not manage to obtain an AWP themselves. They still have the 5 AKs for sure. It's 2-2. Again, at this one, the final buy comes in for NaVi. They have 1 UMP for Seized. Edward's down to a Deagle. So it's down to Guardian really to try and step up here. Back towards middle he goes, seeing if there's a gap in that smoke available. Doesn't spot anything just yet, but just uses that angle to see any terrorists pushing through. Fires off a shot, gives away his position at least. As he rotates back towards A. So you can see right now, the terrorists setting something up, maybe an A split. You can see 2 players towards top middle, that's Nico and Kiyoshima, and 3 players outside of A towards that A-round position. So they could go in for execution here. Kerrigan throws in the first smoke. Flash as well. Looks like they will be committing with this one.
Certainly will. Flamey waits underneath the shadow. He's going to back his way out closer to the site as well. Watching Palace, they don't have a lot more knowledge from CT. Smokes were down, and as such, Guardian's got inside the side behind Triple. It's Seized and Guardian that find the opening kills, but Flamey finally gets paid off. Picks up 1. Kerrigan waits at Tetris to see if anyone's going to peek out toward him. He has the bomb. The longer he waits, the more it gives Nico a chance to get in position. He does that, but Flamey's got to get the bomb down, and that could be the end of the round. It's Nico versus 2, though, and low HP on Flamey. He's naturally going to go for this. As we know, Nico will do ticket booth position.
What?
Sprays through, reads Flamey like a book, but it was the ticket booth from Guardian.
He kind of felt it there. He probably got intel of his teammate. One of them's low. He's on the bomb site somewhere. Kerrigan just died to him, and he takes the spray and makes it interesting. But a good decision there from the AWP and towards CT Sport. As soon as he's done that, FaZe at the very same time. Don't give him a chance to think about where you could be. You know, there's a bomb down towards A ramps, very good chances towards CD spawn. Take that shot, nail it, and it's going to be an EK here for FaZe. NaVi pull it back. 3-2 in their favor. Nothing really purchased here for FaZe. Some Deagles, PT50s, no nades. And towards the B apartments to go. 3 players in that area. The bomb's towards middle, though, with Kerrigan and Nico. Flamey pushes off towards short. This should be a guaranteed round for NaVi. I think another plan here, FaZe will be very good stead going forward, but loss bonus only at 1 for now. Rain is down to $1,500, and he's looking to get that PT50 kill once again. Not this time, my friend. Simple waiting for him and takes him down with the M4A4. Sees to spot a player towards the apartments as well. Knows he's there, knows he's low. Just trying to finish it off now with the USP. And the round's over just like that. So NaVi now with a firm lead, 4-2. And a buy comes in. It's the first time we've seen the AWP for Alu here. It's not a glass cannon. He doesn't have the head armor, which is a bit of a problem. Means his M4s can just kill him in 1 bullet if they do connect with the head. He's got a decent spawn towards middle. Guardian known to play that window position as well. I think he'll be challenging him. We'll see whether he decides to go for it or not. Maybe Rain can jump across for him and then see if we can get that first pick.
He wants the shot before any utility gets deployed toward connector. Smoke included in the window. And a drop down found. Rain gets around the corner fast enough to spot Guardian trying to get to the underpass. So he's out of the round early. 1:34 still to play with. So a quick check for information as a result of that. NaVi plays aggressive in A. Aggressive in mid caught them, but they can rest assured fall back in A. 4 to 5 elsewhere, including on Catwalk. Is inside of the smoke seized. He let them get by, but couldn't find more than one. It had the potential, you have to say. Edward in the sight with just the UMP, and that should be the round, all things considered. Yeah. Especially with Nico getting simple in the off wing.
So yeah, Guardian makes an interesting decision there. Jumping out of the window when you know you haven't got anyone connected. That's been Molotov'd off. You've been smoked out the window yourself, and you have no idea what's on the other side there. He jumps out and gets taken down by the UMP. That was a strange one for me, I have to say. For FaZe, they'll take that all day long. And manage to pull around back. It's 4 to 3 in their favor. And in terms of the buy, not really available with a NaVi. Simple, okay, they're going for it. They get an AWP out. Glass cannon for Guardian. Simple drops a FAMAS as well. So they're kind of trying to clutch their straws and work out what's available to them. It's a FAMAS, UMP, the AWP there for Guardian, glass cannon of that. We'll see whether he can get anything going here. Simple towards middle this time. Guardian actually plays towards CT spawn, watching the A ramp. They're trying to charge. The smoke was poor, but it doesn't matter. The shot's even better. And he manages to take that first kill and give them an advantage once again.
Rain.
Another poor smoke.
Smoke.
2 in a row.
And let's see. Oh, hold. Hey, he gets the Molotov in.
Finally get it.
Oh, well, waited out. Flamey crossfire set. But a back off play from Seized. He wants to look elsewhere, including that of connectors. He wants a better angle inside of middle with more information.
Just to point out as well, the reason Simple faces that is he sees the smoke fail, so he wants it to have the surprise factor on them there, but Alu, he got the drop first.
I really like the pun in Seized's gun name.
Okay.
He's using Poseidon, and it's called See You Later. It's the ocean, the sea. See?
There you go.
And he'll see Kiyoshima later. Good find in the underpass, back through the smoke. Waits toward the stairwell, knows that they're likely deep inside of the site, so rather than go for the peak, he wants them to wrap around. He wants them to overcommit as Kerrigan will plant the bomb safely, but Guardian finds him immediately. It leaves us to just 3 players remaining for FaZe. Smokes will go down late as well. Sees tries to utilize them to his advantage, gets in position to throw a double flash as Guardian gets Alu. And as soon as the second flash is thrown, they'll jump over top of Sandwich, but Nico's found that kill immediately, reads it well. Nico looking for another as well, inside of his own flash, gets the shot. It's now just he remaining against Guardian, a 1 versus 1. Fakes out the first shot.
What?
Looks set, but Guardian bests him.
4 kills for Guardian. What was that last one as well? My God, I thought Nico had that round tied up completely. But Guardian shuts him down. Close range encounters at AWP are always going to be a rough affair against Guardian. And there it is. They do manage to pick up the round. I'm not sure if did Kiyoshima dropped out there. Did he drop out as the round was he alive at that point? I'm not 100% sure.
I think I counted 5 kills go down, so
Okay.
I don't think so, but I didn't catch that, to be honest. I was watching our hero, our knight in shining armor Guardian.
Yeah, what a sick shot that was from him. 4 kills in total. So the unpause comes in. There was a slight technical pause while Kiyoshima was sorting his PC out. But it was still a rough round for NaVi. It comes down to a 1v1. Yes, they keep the AWP, but the reinvestment comes in. FaZe are actually in good stead overall. They've got 3 AKs, an AWP. Kerrigan's down to a Tech 9, but that's fine. And in terms of NaVi, they're down to 2 UMPs himself. Guardian, of course, still has his AWP. And this definitely justifies FaZe Clan's force buy into this round as Guardian back towards middle. Smoke comes in once again. One in the window actually hits this time as well. He's trying to keep his cross in the same position and to shoot towards that corner to see whether he can find that first frag. It's a little bit of damage for that. And now fast control coming in from Rain here. Decent smoke towards connector to allow him to have full control of this area. And just seeing if he can find a little cure towards the steps area. Not going to be found though. Guardian actually rotates over towards CT spawn, is watching that angle.
Pick up Edward. Oh, very fast play to get out in the face of 2. FaZe trying to make up for lost ground in the last round against that exact man, Guardian, who plays a very different angle inside of Egg based on the coverage of his teammates back towards CT, that of Flamey. He's able to find connector. Wide of the smoke, Kerrigan. Rather Kiyoshima. That's getting me tonight a little bit. Kiyoshima, meanwhile, goes back out toward the underpass as Nico fortifies the top of middle. He should be able to get toward connector at the very least. But Edward's watching that quite closely.
Well, Edward with 2 lovely frags towards short, picks up the AWP now. So a double orb setup going forward for NaVi. Says Nico Kiyoshima now probably can't win the round with 35 seconds remaining and only 2 players standing. That's a missed shot from Guardian, a rare miss considering what he's been doing tonight. But he does spot one. And at this point, FaZe is trying to find anything they can in terms of frags to keep denting the economy of the CTs. Nico spots Guardian. My God, that's another lovely shot from him. As he takes him down, it's going to be a 4-on-2 now. 20 seconds remaining, like I said. This is trying to cause some damage to the economy. They should be able to recover that fallen orb, but let's see whether Kiyoshima can do a little bit more damage here. He cannot. So Simple should pick up the orb. There it is. Good job by him. What a shot there from Nico, sorry. Very good stuff. And Guardian just drops out the server. He maybe fell off his chair after that one and took the PC with him.
Yeah, that doesn't happen to me. Oftentimes I'll take my headset with me.
Yeah? Smash it on the table?
Smash them off the table. They get wrapped around these useless armrests that gaming chairs have. Yeah, they need to fix that. I get it. You want to look like a Recaro, but make it functional.
Well, another player drops out. I think it was Guardian. So 6-3 in terms of the loss bonus of FaZe. It's only a second stage, so it's $1,900. No bomb going down. They've actually got $900 per player. So they're going to have to take this one on the chin as Guardian comes back on the server. Like we said, Simple did pick up the fallen AWP. 6-3. So FaZe, after winning the pistol and getting a couple of gun rounds under the belt, only with 3 so far. It's round over 10. They want to be getting at least 6 here. At 12 frees is not going to be good enough considering what we've seen from them tonight. And we'll have a look at the scoreboards as well. Karrigan 3 kills. Alu, same story. Alu's been hit and miss tonight. He's had some really massive rounds, and then he's been quiet for entire halves as well. So
yeah, I haven't seen much from him to really make me say it's been a great night for him.
Yeah, I would say that's probably fair. Rain, though, 10 kills for him. Nico, 8. So they've been certainly the headline act so far for FaZe and getting them rounds. So here we go then. NaVi. UMP still for C's, but that's absolutely fine. We saw him get an ace with that weapon before, and he's up against unarmored players with Glocks this time once again, so that's perfect. He can get a little bit more aggressive towards that B side and again in the apartments once again. Double up setup though. So Guardian normally playing towards middle. Simple will be the secondary up on the A side. And we are getting back into it momentarily. Deagle's purchased. Nico, he picks one up. He had a bit more cash than his teammates. So he gets the Deagle, no nades. Anyone else could be joining him? Doesn't look like him.
You've got all the info. You're like a wizard.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Henry.
Maybe a witch. Who knows?
Yeah. I was thinking you were more just a bitch.
I set him up, you knock him out of the park.
Aim for the fences.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Well, round number 10. FaZe now with the full eco. It's getting pretty bleak. This will be 7-3, but they did have a bigger comeback. Remember, they were 7-0 down on train and brought it back to do 8-7. It was against them, but still a pretty reasonable comeback. They fell flat on the T side, but with a chance for them to get into the game at least, it was pretty disappointing overall, I would say, considering what we've seen from them recently, especially Katowice getting to the grand final. I don't think anyone could have really called that. Yes, Nico is an amazing pickup, but the amount of time they had to work with and considering what we've seen from FaZe in previous tournaments, they're always the master of the group stages, then they always drop out as soon as they get to a playoff, right? As soon as they get to quarterfinals, that's normally it for them.
So I saw some clips on Reddit today.
Okay.
From Not2 and YNK.
Yes.
I'm just really curious as to how you, Moses, and Chad didn't get a clip.
I've been in London for a week, but I don't know. I don't know what their excuse is.
That's your excuse?
Yeah, that was my first game.
You seemed to say, you came in and said, guys, I haven't counted a few days, but I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it.
I felt like some time away from it, like kind of reset my brain. I was a bit frustrated with the game before.
Well, that's fair.
But there was some good clips today. It was good fun. We actually had a 5-man stack.
I do that. I have a good game about every 6 months because I go, yeah, you know what? I'm ready to play again. And then I play for an hour and I go, all right, see you in 6 months.
Sometimes you need like some time away from it to actually kind of fall back in love with the game. You're playing it all the time, and like you get like a massive loss streak. It's good to have some time off. It's a nice little tip there for any young players out there. Reset yourself. This pause is taking quite a while. I think a FaZe player's dropped out now. We were waiting for Guardian before. Now a FaZe player's gone. Okay, well, Guardian's back in. He gets thrown over his AWP. And who are we missing from FaZe? It's not Nico, Karrigan, Ali, Rain. Okay.
Kiyoshima.
You
forgot about him. But he'll be back, Henry. He always comes back.
He's had some issues tonight. He's timed out a few rounds. Maybe
yeah, I think there's a few people that have in different scenarios. But Rain's gone once. Guardian's gone once. Kio's gone twice.
The wonders of online CS.
Yeah.
It's a cruel mistress sometimes, but getting through it. It's going to be 2K per player. Deagle's out. This is like one of those rounds. Doesn't really mean much. It's just if they can get a bomb plant down here, that'd be good. Second stage loss bonus. Kiyoshima's back. And Guardian's timed out. Good lord. It keeps it's the game that keeps on giving.
I know all about that game. But it is, yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate. I'm blaming Ebot. He's just saying, nope, I only want to play with 9 people tonight. I'm too tired for 10. So if you want to join, I'll kick someone else.
He's a fickle being.
We don't really use Ebot here. But
No,
that's
don't
okay. We might. I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, going forward, in terms of what we've seen from Na'Vi so far, they haven't had to adjust their gameplay too much. There's been some rough rounds for them economically in terms of close ones, like losing frags, and they shouldn't have done. Rounds have secured. But that massive round from Guardian, the clutch against Nico as well, that was turning things around slightly. That was actually the start of this lead for Na'Vi, considering they've got this 6-3 lead right now. It's another eco coming in. Next round will be $2,400 of what they have right now. So they have a buy, but no all for Alu. Here's the stats for you. We'll have a look up. The kills, Guardian 10, Seized is on exactly the same as well. Same amount of deaths there. Edward, he was great on train. He's only on 3 for 8, but it's all fine. In terms of FaZe, we said they acquired as well. Alu, just the 3 kills. Karrigan and Kiyoshima on the same sort of level. It's just Nico and Rain. And we did say before, like Rain's been in some really good form at the moment. And Nico joining in. I'm sure we'll still got some amazing rounds to come. These sort of names on the server. Nico, Rain, Guardian, Flamey. Simple. There's always going to be some crazy clutches coming in and rounds you don't expect. So everyone's back on the server, Matt. That's a good news.
It is good news. I do like when we have 10 players on a server. It makes Counter-Strike much more enjoyable.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
That's usually why I don't play, because I'm not a full player. Well, 10 players on a server doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to play, Henry.
No?
No, sometimes what it means is that Buddha must have his moment of prayer.
Good lord. I can see where you're going with this.
Such, we have to bring in our shiny, rubbable head and his 2 friends, who are actually puppets controlled by Gaben from under the desk.
Well, we've known it was coming for a long time, but Matt's completely lost his mind. He's off his rocker entirely, and
So,
God bless.
There's not really enough of the game right now to analyze what's been happening. But in the lead up to IEM Sydney, Jason, I thought we'd do a little fun segment called...
Oh, is this?
Yes, yeah. What's it called again? We can announce this.
something about fair dinkum.
Yeah, that must be an Australian.
That is an
This could be the
Australian
first episode as you explained that.
Yeah, I won't explain that, but I'll give one to you. This is Emily and I were out for dinner last night, and the waitress came up and she said, have you finished with everything? And the response was, nah, yeah.
That be a not yet?
I'm really stuck still on the whole Emily and I went out to dinner. Is this your fake girlfriend you're talking about?
No, my real one. Anyway, so the nah, yeah is that's saying yes, we have finished.
That's
But
weird.
why do you start it with a no yes?
Well,
Why
I
isn't
don't know.
that-
It's just a weird thing. You got the yeah, nah, and the nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah.
We've got another Australian
Speechless.
confirming from there. Like,
We do have
nah,
another
yeah,
one.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
surrounded by them, really.
Fair dinkum, I'd have to look up the definition. It's just
Okay.
like a fair go. We don't have a fair shake of the sauce bottle.
Okay, can you tell us, can you tell the audience what features we're thinking? We're starting tomorrow with, what's it called, Vegemite?
Yes, tomorrow
Love a
we'll
bit
do
of
some
Vegemite.
Vegemite. I'll just do it on a piece of white
I was
bread.
told not to do it on a spoon.
I wanted to just have him have a spoonful of it.
I want you to enjoy it. I don't want you to dislike the Vegemite.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we'll do it properly. Nice bit of bread, bit of butter, and then I'll spread the Vegemite because it's very particular.
After that, there's what? There's Tim Tams?
We'll get to Tim
Tam
Tams. I have to go to the Australian shop to go
Yep.
see what they've got, but they should have Tim Tams.
Cool.
They're a delicacy. You'll love them.
Okay.
Then we're going to bring in some creatures. I'll do my best Steve Irwin impression. We'll bring in some different animals. Depends on what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Singing some snakes, maybe some spiders.
Don't do that.
Definitely.
See what we've
we'll get
got.
Henry on the desk for that segment.
He
for
does.
Sure.
He does love both of those creatures.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we should talk about Counter-Strike because it looks like
They're not even on the server. They're
they all did
changing
leave, but
servers.
maybe we should talk about what we've seen happening so far.
What have we seen happening so far, Chad?
Chat.
Well, the
have
pistol
a-
round did go in the favor of FaZe, and then there was a bit of a blunder. I don't know if it was a blunder. It could have been more just Simple being amazing. So Simple was able to make an initial deagle frag. Someone pushed him at CT spawn. I think it was Rain. Then he stayed alive, called the rotation. His teammates came, they found another frag, and then I think he got like the last 2 or 3 kills. But it was really good play by him individually. Nice deagle shots. That's the skill that you were talking about in the pregame of what Simple can bring, and
I
we
made
saw
a
it straight away.
great point in the pregame, didn't I?
Yeah,
Well
you
done.
did.
Thanks.
Do you want to elaborate
Nice
on that
work.
anymore?
Not really. We could talk about Nico's skill. Some of the skill he has just shines on this map. I really like the way he plays a ramp solo for his team because he mixes it up a lot. We saw Katowice against Immortals, that one match that we've seen him on this map, where he kind of just took the entire round by in his control and just went up A and got 2 or 3 kills for his team, opened up the bomb site. Here we saw him doing a little bit of letting his team do the do the work on the other side of the map, and he was just kind of lurking, gets that one kill, really seals the round. So he's got a lot of variety in the way he plays that.
And it's such a fine balance, isn't it, between being incredibly relevant to how a round pans out and being completely useless. You've seen it before with active and inactive lurking, I guess, but I don't think that always applies to NiKo. He brings more to it than just that lurking role. He brings so much more firepower to that position, and if this is how he's going to be put in towards this FaZe roster now for, you know, a bit of longevity to it, I can't wait to see how far he can take that, because he is such an immense power, and it can only be developed beyond what he's doing now, because their mid takes already look good. We've already seen that they've been running it a couple of times, what we talked about before. Rain's having a great game already. He's the one who just, you know, barrels it up short, has a good time of it all. A couple of issues, they did miss a couple of the mid-window smokes. I think Carrigan normally does the jump throw from T-spawn into window for the smoke. That failed twice, I think it was, but then Alu still randomly banged out the shot towards window anyway. So it's nice that they don't have to instantly fall apart when one smoke misses, because they do have individual talent that can make up for it, but you don't want to depend on it in those situations.
Right.
But obviously nice to have in your pocket if Alu can just do that.
I will say as well, NiKo is probably the superstar I most identify with the fact when you watch him play, you can like really see his game sense shining and his decision making. He's probably one of the smarter, you know, superstars we have. A lot of players can get by in that immense amount of talent, but with NiKo, it's like a mixture of both. So that's what makes him such a unique player in my mind.
If we want to grab the passive and aggressive lurker and grab that thread and we'll run with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Something that I think people need to look at here is, you know, there's a lurker in a team, you know, or this guy's job is to be a lurker. You can't really be a lurker from a default strategy, right? Because what happens is, whatever happens mid-round is where you make your decision on, as an in-game leader of where things are going to pan out. So if you play the extremities of the map, like if you're playing, we use this one as an example, if you're playing the apartments or the A ramp, like you were talking about, or you're playing B halls, depending on what decision is made, depends on who can possibly be the lurker or if it's even necessary in that round. So I think people need to, those playing at home, playing ESEA, try and be an all-round player. You know, be a support player, be a lurker, be an entry fragger. You need to do everything. You need to be a jack of all trades.
Don't let the name of the role confine you in that role's specificity.
We can't all be AWPers though, can we, Jason?
We can't all be AWPers. I will say.
Is this an undertone to something here? I'm feeling?
Frequently when we're playing in our ESEA pugs before the things go live, I decide to pick up an AWP, and every time I pick up an AWP, I'm just like, this is going to be it. I'm about to do something, amazing. This is going to be all me. It rarely ever happens. I do get like one round a month, and then I know never pick it up again. That being said, my AWPing skills aside, we are going to send it to a quick break as we figure out what's going on inside the server. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with an update.
No need for an update, Jason. I will update for you. I am God. You might just be Buddha, but I have the all-seeing information, and we are into the server.
Yep.
And as God, I'm also the one that decides when we do and do not reschedule. We are not rescheduling, Henry. We are getting into it.
Well, I'm glad, because that would have been a travesty. It's going to be 6-3. We've changed server, so hopefully the technical issues have been sorted at this point. It's 6-3, of course, in favor of NaVi, but it looks like the players are on the server. We have 10 there. Making 9. Andy is there for NaVi as well. That's obviously the new coach now for Now That's Been anyone's not aware. Starek has left, and it's Andy, who was involved before as more of an analyst role, but now he's stepped into the full-time coaching position. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on going forward at the big event, especially. It's been a rough ride for NaVi ever since winning ESL New York. They haven't really looked
god-awful, hasn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say awful. Like for an average team, you'd think it's been all right. They're making playoffs, doing okay, but yeah,
it's
in
been
terms
underwhelming.
Of yeah, exactly. For the dizzy heights they've come to expect now, for NaVi, it's certainly been underwhelming. And we are getting back into, I can see restarts happening. That's always a good sign. And the money's okay as well. There it is. It's looking all right. You can see everyone drop dead on your screen. Trust me, that's a good sign. It's going to be fine.
That's how you get money.
Yeah.
And little kids who are watching at home, you get money when someone in your family dies and you're in the will.
Okay. That's not the only way to get money. It's a way. It's a way. Let's get back into it, shall we? It will be Thursday round number 1. Oh, God. Okay. It was a full. Okay, I remember now what's going on. This is live. It was. Okay, it says 0-0. It is 6-3 in favor of NaVi. They were going to be full eco anyway, FaZe. So this does make sense.
Confused you
I was just like,
so much.
because it said 0-0. I was like, okay, I don't want to cast a warm up. I've done that before. Let's be careful. But it's fine. We are into it.
Well, Flamey will sit at Sandwich. One of 2 maps that have the name Sandwich as a call-out spot, both of which have been played in these recent 2 best-of-1s. Flamey doesn't even need to do much. Simple's already doing it for him. He's wide now because he's got the confidence to do so. The information from Simple that another one made it through. Finds Kerrigan with ease. And it's an uphill battle for Keo. I agree. Sit and think about life.
Yeah, hope CT works across that. Not meant to be, though. Simple with 3 fast frags there. One especially fast towards the A ramp. Decides to use his spawn and blow off the head of the first T. Waiting for him, gets 3 in total. Then Flamey gets a couple as well. So in terms of the money for FaZe, pause comes in, of course. Please don't be technical. can't handle that right now. It's going to be
no,
tactical.
no,
Tactical, it's fine. So they're trying to work out their play right now. I think they're like second or third save loss bonus, right? So they've got $3,300 like per player. So I would say the buy is not really worth it. Maybe take a partial here with Tech 9s, body armor, use $2,200 into the next round. But it's 7-3 for now, as you can see. It is technical. Okay, that's changed.
I changed it. I told you I'm
You
gone.
did. You are in control of the production tonight. So
In control every night. In fact, some people call me in control.
do they?
That caster guy.
Yeah, they call you that for no reason.
No one calls me that.
All right, fair enough. Well, another technical pause. I haven't seen anyone drop out of the server yet, so that's some good news. So I don't think a buy comes in for FaZe this round. It's sort of double set up for NaVi. I was saying before this break happened, the technical commercial break we took towards the analyst, that's what you want to call it. And we're saying we haven't really seen much of adaptation from NaVi yet. They've been playing a pretty standard game. Haven't really gone super aggressive in like three players towards middle or anything, or the orbs getting towards B apartments. Nothing changing up too much. But for FaZe right now, this is looking pretty bleak. It's going to be round number 11. Another round they can't really buy. Nothing purchased as of yet. And technical pauses are plenty here. So what do you do with some Tech 9s, some body armor, some nades? You go for a set piece towards A. That's normally the first protocol for first T-sided teams here. You're going to be, say, 5 players there, dropping all the smokes, the curtain on the bomb site, trying to block out any CD players, especially when we've got a double orb set up as well. That makes a lot of sense. Trying to force out a bomb plant. And with the Tech 9s as well, you're going to have to afford to push through those smokes with flashbangs from your teammates. Hopefully pick up a couple of guns, then maybe win the round. I would speculate that's coming in, but no buy as of yet for FaZe.
FaZe Clan. I just want to be clear, they're the only clan left in modern day Counter-Strike.
What is Optic? They a clan?
No, Optic Gaming.
Optic Gaming, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the clan's not really much of a used word, is it?
Were you ever in a clan?
That's what we used to call it back in the day.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but like, were you ever in like a clan, like those public clans with like?
Oh,
100
right, yeah,
people?
yeah. The communities and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
first started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I wasn't in one in CS. I started in Tribe. Well, I pretended like I was in Sons of the Brotherhood in Tribes 1 because my brother was, and I thought I could be cool like him.
Yeah.
And then the Canadian Rifles in Medal of Honor, bolt action rifles only.
I spent a year, right?
I went from private to colonel to admin, where I could kick everyone and be a dick in the server. It was
In
great.
2003, right, I actually had to pretend for a whole year. I was like 13, 14 years old at this point. I was part of a team called Deadly Old Gents, or Dogs. And the whole thing was you had to be 18 plus to play in their league.
Yeah,
so what I did
of
for a whole
course.
year is I thought they were so amazing. I never experienced this kind of like team or clan before. So
pretended it.
I dropped my voice for an entire year, pretended I was over 18, and obviously I never showed a picture of myself. I just talked in a really deep voice. And that's how I got in the team. And that's how my pro gaming career started. At that point, from that team, we played in leagues like Enemy Down and stuff like that. And someone scouted me and saw like, how good I was. And I managed to get into like, the best team in the UK from that. So me lying about my age for a year, Matt, actually was beneficial to my Counter-Strike career. So there's a nice little
Wish you were an honest man,
tale for
Henry.
you there. Well, mate, you got to hustle sometimes. That's part of the game. You got to hustle.
It's true. Yeah, but I was in some juggling
Jason's
for us.
dying over there listening to this. That is absolutely 100% true story. I even forget about that. I still speak to some of those guys to this day from that original
Yeah,
team.
that was TCR was the only like clan I was in. But what other games did I play back then that were?
Once I found CS, that was it. Like, it was Quake in a real tournament after that point, and then as soon as
Yeah.
as soon as it worked out as a team game, you actually had to like practice and have tactics and stuff like that. I just loved that idea.
As soon as you worked that out, how long did that take? Seems pretty obvious when you play Counter-Strike to
No,
me.
that's what I mean. Like, no other game had that at the time, right? It was Unreal
It's true.
Tournament was like a 1v1 game, sometimes team deathmatch, whatever. There was no tactics really. And Quake was obviously 1v1. Like, I just loved the idea, like playing with other people and being able to be a little team. And that was I was obsessed with the idea of it.
It's true, actually. I think it was the first real tactical-based shooter. I mean, Medal of Honor, well, to be fair, came after. Yeah, it did come after by about 2 or 3 years. So, yeah.
That never really took off, did it?
No, I never did in that capacity. I was going to say, well, I'm getting Tribes whispered in my ear, which I obviously know that because I played Ascend. I came from VO, but
Oh, we're back, by the way.
we
Finish
are
off your
back. There you
point.
go. It wasn't the same. I don't consider that the same type of game. It's not the same tactical FPS. It is very tactical, but it's a sci-fi.
Well, here we go. We are back. Hopefully, that is going to be the last of the technical issues here. Like we said, it was going to be Nico for FaZe. I speculated they were going to go towards the A site with their smoke execution, but you can see this adjustment. We said we hadn't seen it yet from NaVi. 3 players towards the A ramp. Flashbang will be going over momentarily. Try and get the first pick. There it is. They haven't found anything. Could be actually to their downfall. You can see the bomb's actually in towards Palace, so they could over-rotate this one. They thought that was going to be clear towards the A side of the map.
Flamey though, Molotov into Palace will hold off 2 players. B.
They've all
Look
left
at
the A
this.
side.
This is a full. That's incredible over rotation
But
considering.
they haven't
they're against
committed though.
pistols.
Look at FaZe. That was their
That's
chance.
unfortunate. That's your
Yeah.
bomb plant right there. That's your opportunity for success. They're going to realize
What are they
now
hoping
B's
for
not
now?
there.
Like, you might as well go for it, right? Like, you might as well have a go. You've lost 2 players, and now they've got a chance to...
I think the single Molotov led them
Yeah.
to believe that they were rotating this direction when they were actually doing 100% the opposite.
Give it a go.
Get something, Nico. Get your head blown off. 8-3 NaVi as we get back into the action. Pretty straightforward. Interesting round, though, in the fact that they all rotated that quickly.
Yeah, that was the idea for FaZe. Like, you've lost the 2 players. You might as well just commit and hope for the best. You've got nothing else to work with. They waited for so long, started to go back towards T1 and realized, okay, this doesn't really make sense, and then didn't really get much for it at all. But there it is, 8-3. Another buy for FaZe. Money's been rough. You can see Alu not without that ult once again. So double setup for NaVi. They're going to be running away with this one for now. 8-3. Seeds with the UMPs, farmed a lot of cash. They're getting aggressive towards the A ramp once again. It didn't spot anything before. Edward with his first frag, doesn't get it. Dinks Rain, but gets taken down. It's an exchange back and forth, but FaZe coming out on top in terms of man advantage. 4-on-3. Will be committing towards the A site, which is, I like that. They've actually got this advantage. Plenty of time remaining as well. Fall back and see what the reaction coming in from the CT side is. Guardian still towards connector for now. And sees he's pushing in. Okay, this could get a little bit interesting. He drops that smoke just to suggest that he's trying to hold them out of the site. Maybe the sound cue will force a T to walk into his crosshair, but not meant to be as of yet. But here comes Nico.
Go. Always shows up in style, doesn't he?
Indeed.
9 HP. That's all he's got to work with. How many sprays are in that spawn? They've only got 49 left. Guardian gets inside of the A site. Considers the fact that Nico was last spotted out toward the T spawn as he rotated back around. Keeps himself slightly exposed, still makes the shot back to find Kerrigan. Oversteps the mark twice, though, and that's enough for him to finally go down. That's a lot of color, I have to say. It's like giving a bunch of kids sidewalk chalk, as Alu will add red to the wall behind Simple.
Yes, finally, FaZe do post another round. It feels like it's been a while considering all the pauses we have. That's what Matt's talking about, the sprays in spawn.
Play hopscotch.
You could do. Rip. Well, still money available for NaVi, of course. Plenty of cash. Like players like C's have been farming all game. Simply even after the rebuy, he's got 6k in the bank, so he's absolutely fine. Single offset at this time. Alu picks up an AWP himself, and 4 players towards the A side of the map. Kerrigan watching towards mid, and this could be the execution we've been waiting for there, but we held out by the Molotov for now. Flashbang bounce off that mid box to try and give Kerrigan some room here, but they're focusing towards middle. Pushing off towards short is Edward. Should be getting this frag, manages to get it just about there with a headshot, and there will be a commitment towards A here. The bomb has been dropped.
Good play by Flamey to find one, though, before going down. Flash goes in, Simple. Gets toward the stairwells, they make it to Sandwich. No flank at the top of middle. Edward elects not to go further. He'll come back and play a retake. He may have to, because Nico's already got Simple down. Edward does get the trade. And that leaves Bomb still back toward A main, which is a long way from the site, to be fair, considering how much room they had to start off with. And that's going to give NaVi the round at 9-4.
So after winning 1 round, FaZe lose the subsequent one. Means that's a pretty harsh reset. It's 9-4, 2 rounds remaining. What's the play? Another pause comes in. This will be tactical at this point. This is kind of pick your poison time. Do you force buy into this one and leave yourself with no money whatsoever for the last round? And you're aiming for 9-6 at that point? Or do you take the eco and just aim for 5 rounds to try and guarantee that last round? We'll see what they decide to do here. As FaZe do opt for the tactical pause. In terms of the money, Nico with $4,600. No one else that really that close. Alu down to 3k. He's only had the AWP twice. I think one of those was picked up from the previous round. He's on 4 kills, 11 deaths. Rain, I don't think that's correct. He's on 1 for 11. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the bit of an issue from the resets and issues we've had. He's on 1 for 11. I don't think that's correct, to be fair. No, definitely not. Can't be. Anyway, they will be buying, so they're going for the riskier play here, I'd say. And you could have $1,900 in the next round if they lose this one, which is quite likely considering the buys is 2 UMPs, a Deagle, an AK-47, and Kerrigan with the Tech 9. They have got 3, 4, 5 smokes now as we get into number 14. So Bomb heads towards the B apartments. This should be some sort of fake, considering there's 2 players towards the A side of the map, one in Palace, which is Rain. He's joined by Nico as well, so quite a fragging duo towards that side of the map. They can see if they can get a pick towards A. Then, if they manage to get something going in their favor, execute towards the B side of the map is where their teammates are waiting. Problem is, I think we have... Okay, sees he's only got the A. I was going to say, I thought we had an AWP towards the B apartments, but not this time.
Carrigan, just quick check down toward the underpass position. Bomb sits back inside of the entrance to the B tunnels with the TV that you love, Henry.
Everyone loves the TV.
I had a house party and they blew it up on me. And then for the rest of the time, it gets blown up over and over again every minute and 55 seconds. More than that if you include every server in the world. Probably every second.
Inside there, it's a Matthew's brain. An interesting place.
It's a very interesting place. If I could make a movie from my own brain, it would have no starter end or plot, but it would be damn entertaining.
Oh, here comes a little fake towards the B side of the map. It's actually changed up from what I suggested before, almost the exact opposite, but you can see Carrigan trying to make something happen. He's normally the player faking towards the other side of the map, setting something up for his teammates. He's very good at it. But Guardian's even better with that orb. He finds the first kill, simple for Deagle of all things. Takes down Rain as well.
Guardian gets elevated. Oh,
Hello.
that's quite nice. Nico sidesteps to find the headshot on the AK, and Kiyoshima kills his teammate.
Okay. With the Deagle, that was really, wasn't even lined up. He must have just panicked. And
That doesn't
what was
help
that of?
anything at all, but
This is a
Nico
winnable
gets bomb
round.
plant down low HP on simple. First peek. Ooh, nails it. I thought the AK was primed and ready.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
I know. They get the bomb plant, Matt, so that's something. So it was going to be almost no money into the next round. Now it's just over nothing. They've got about $3,000 per player. It should be 11-4, but no, it should be 11-4, but could be 10-5. It's been a long week. Rough time in London for me. It's going to be the final round.
Yeah, that city's a terrible place. I wouldn't go there if I were you. Just
I
avoid
agree.
it.
I agree.
Avoid it. It's best for your health.
Yep, especially for me. 2 AKs, Tech 9s and Deagles. It's going to be smokes and Molotovs to work with here. Rain and Nico makes a lot of sense. The best fraggers on the team. Let's see what they can do with these weapons. Molotov towards top middle and connector as well. They'll be pushing through to smoke by the looks of things. Allo dancing to the death here, but it's down first. But there
Jumping
it is.
Tech 9 nearly got Edward on its own, by the way. But Rain gets a kill. Whatever his accurate kill total is, it's got +1. Flamey will slide into a position at the catwalk where he gets spotted inside of the smoke, inside a connector, finds Rain, finds another. Nico goes down immediately after. It's Kerrigan and Keo. But does Keo have the key to Kerrigan's heart? Does he have the Keo? I'm sorry. Kerrigan 1-5 or whatever it is, and Simple's gonna grab him. So 11-4 is your score. That I can count because it's right in front of me, Henry.
That's true. Well, another rough half of FaZe, and we said maybe they could step things up on Mirage. Apparently not so much, but still not done quite yet. We'll be with the second half after this break. Do not go anywhere. Yeah.
Welcome back as we get into what has been a tumultuous evening in terms of technical difficulties, but we still have a game on our hands. 11-4 for NaVi. I'm
Yes.
sitting here with my dirty old gent, Henry G.
Deadly old Gen, Matthew. You misheard the story.
Now, I actually just changed it to be more accurate.
Well, at least that entertained us. Maybe we'll just fall back to stories of Henry's past every time we need to.
We'll just roll back the years.
I've got plenty of those in the chamber ready to go.
We can
So.
roll back the years.
Yeah, indeed. That's where that expression comes from.
No,
it's going to be.
don't say.
It's going to be. It's going to be 11-4 in favour of NaVi, and they move over to the T side here. Pistol pretty much decides it. FaZe even have a shout in this game. If they lose the pistol here, it's going to be pretty much GG. So hopefully we can start relatively soon. I can see there are 5 players on either side, so we've kept that much going, and not going to be in the pistol just yet. But Matt's T-sided pistol. It seems a lot of teams use the exact same tactic, right? They always go towards A, the 2 smokes. No one really fakes on this T side of the map on the pistol round. You can just rush B as well. Have a look at the buy for NaVi. This looks quite technical though. 2 players with 2 smoke, well, a smoke each and a Molotov each. So more of the same, I would say, but we'll see. C's maybe looking to get a smoke towards the window here as well. This is actually looking kind of interesting. So here it comes.
Cat, bounce. I don't think that went far enough. That does nothing other than the boost. You can bounce one off the
that doesn't
sign.
make sense, does it?
Yeah, you can bounce one off the sign there that lands just in front
Doesn't
of
really
Theo,
block up
but
anything.
you've got to throw that way further. That smoke does nothing.
Because you could still see from window, and you can push off short, so it doesn't really... It must have been misthrown. I guess it was supposed to land to cover off the whole of short and window ladder room.
Yeah, you can. There's 2 ways you can throw it for short there. One goes to the right and lands still out wide, but it covers off the entire mouth. Or the other one is you bounce it off the little metal slat below the B sign, and it'll go a little bit deeper down the lane. But that one I think you have to throw from a whole different spot. So.
Well, regardless, it's going to be FaZe picking up that first kill. It's Nico, of course. They've got a couple of dinks in here, NaVi, but not really much to work with as of yet. The bombs towards the B apartments, and Alu was behind him. I thought that was a teammate I was talking about that. It's actually Alu who does find the bomb as well. Okay, 3-on-3. That's for Spanish works. He was looking so calm behind him. I thought that was just a teammate, I assumed. But Guardian finding a frag. This is a very confusing round overall, but it's a 3-on-2 for now. Let's calm down. Carrigan and Alu with the bomb in their control. Carrigan has to nail this first kill. He does not do it. As he spots 2 players there, boosting up to the B apartments.
Kerrigan backs off. Alu did a great job to start this. He still has a Molotov in hand, but they've got 3 players to find still, and only 1 left to do it. The Molotov's well placed, but peaks early, and Simple's had enough.
Yep.
He'll simply put him down to 12-4 the score.
Just runs through the flames there. Didn't have to, had plenty of time to wait for it, but decides he's going to finish off the job right then and there. He gets 4 kills in total, and we did say if NaVi pick up this pistol, it's going to be a real nightmare for FaZe going forward. So they do a full force buy here. FaZe need to win this round. Even Alu chimes in with the armor as well. CZ's got this flashbangs to work with. Very unlikely he can do anything with this. Just have to take some stellar deagle work from the likes of Nico's on the screen right now. Some shots. Don't get anything for it. Readjust back towards the A site. In terms of the play right now, default round for NaVi. Don't need to overcommit. See if we can get that first pick. Allow the CDs to use any aggression or nades they may have, and his Rain pushing towards the A ramp. Doesn't commit to it though, as Alu looks towards Palace as well. And he gets taken down.
Does indeed. Taken down and out. Simple. Fades off the situation with the backflash. Sorry?
Or oot, as you would say.
I don't think I would say that.
No,
actually,
you don't actually do
if
that.
I'm gonna be, I've never heard a Canadian do that in my life. That's the one stereotype.
Where does it come from then?
I have no idea. In fact, I'd say upstate New York says it more like that than
Yeah.
we do. They drag their vowels in a similar fashion to how I do it. But that's fine. You know, that stuff like that, you know, that we like polar bears and we ride on moose downtown to get our beer. Those are true. The oot and a boot, I'm not sure what that is.
Oh.
Rain's gonna grab Simple. As Kerrigan will be found on the corner of Catwalk by Guardian. It leaves Rain versus 4 and Rain no more. He couldn't do anything in that situation.
Yeah, that was the real last chance ever FaZe. They force spawn for that round and they have to take a full eco here. It's going to be 14-4 after this one, and they're going to be limited in terms of the AWP in that first gun round as well. This is getting very grim. They've looked poor tonight across the board. No one's really stepped up. Nico's had some impressive rounds, sure, but that was the only round that really got them into the game, right? They would have potentially got battered like after 9-0. He was in an impossible situation, managed to win a huge round for them. So USP towards middle. Maybe he can do some damage here, but it's Guardian that strikes first for the Desert Eagle. Takes down Carrigan. Damage being inflicted all over the place, but Rain pulls on back. He takes down Guardian, who only had, I've had the AK actually, to be fair. So they can pick that up, have something to work with. Actually getting more kills with this. This is actually getting a bit problematic here, but C's in a decent position as he flanks towards middle. Maybe there towards window, takes down Kiyoshima, and this should be recovered at this point, but Rain's still doing some damage. 2 versus 1. So interesting situation. Quickly brought to a hold there as Flamey and Simple finish things off. 14-4, like we said, all probably not going to be possible here. So 5 M4s, no kits as of yet. Alu could afford one, but he has no nades right now, so that's a problem. So Carrigan picks up a kit. Okay, so they're okay in that department. I would say that he might want to go aggressive this round, try and find the first pick. Certainly going to be struggling overall, but we'll see what they decide to do. All for Guardian, of course. Ooh, in through the wall.
And tried to. Ooh, that nade was nice. Molotov gets to the van. Kerrigan can't come back to it. Has to switch. Does so in time to get Flamey, but not so to get Edward. That's done by Kiyoshima, who looks to Simple next, but was taken down as Alu gets back at the site. He has beaten them in rotation because they still look to the door.
Yeah,
and he's already made his way in, but that Molotov's very nifty and clever.
Wow, that's actually such good awareness. I thought he completely slipped in there undetected, but apparently Simple and Co, they're aware. Perfect Molotov to bring him out into the open. They take him down. Now they're being methodical about it, not giving anything away. Range shouldn't be able to find anything from it, especially that smoke going down as well. So 3 versus 2, no kits available. They have got flashbangs, and it's going to have to be a little split here from short and the kitchen. But Guardian, he strikes first.
Get wrecked,
Simple.
Nico.
Yeah, Simple's looking very good at Mirage at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He is. How's Nico doing?
Well, to be fair, we've lost the score.
Ah, that's true. How's my
lost everything.
fantasy doing?
Not great considering these 2 games. I don't know who
Well,
else you got.
the one in my head is doing okay, but my fantasy draft is, yeah, it's struggling.
Out of his mind, of course, is Sedicist, and it's going to be 15-4. Round number 5 comes in, a P90 for Flamey, and in terms of the FaZe clan, like we said, they were going to be in a real rough place overall if they did not win the pistol here. They did not. Went down 3-0, lost the first gun round as well. It's match point for the second time now for NaVi, as we have a scout, 2 UMPs, a couple of deagles here, and a couple of kits as well. They have to go aggressive. This game is pretty much over. Just playing it out now, FaZe, trying to make the squad a little bit more presentable. As Carrigan pushes through. He already dropped a smoke at the end of the apartments at that point, giving him some map control to work with. Doesn't really have the weaponry to do anything about it. Nico, very good at the eagle. There's a chance as he has to fall back now.
Fall back indeed as Kerrigan makes his way to the kitchen. Good shot, Keo. Commended. Right click, commend. It's a good one on the Guardian. I don't know if he was aiming for him or the one in front, but as they push through and challenge Kerrigan, perhaps not in their best interest. As they're on map points, they may have to sit back a little bit longer. They've seemed to have thrown this one away in many ways, rushing those positions more so when they walk into a crossfire such as that.
Well, Nico finishes things off. We're not done quite yet, it seems. So NaVi will have a ton of cash to buy into this next round. Oh, Chad's getting excited. And he can feel the comeback coming in, I think. He's actually believing at this point. 10 rounds in a row.
Chad is always the optimist.
Certainly. I'd agree with that. Well, here we go then. Round number 6 of this half. It's going to be 15-5. FaZe need every single remaining round here. Can't make a single mistake. It's very unlikely, but stranger things have happened. We've seen bigger comebacks than this before as we enter the situation. Nothing aggressive from the CDs. They don't really have that bed to work with now. They can't really justify going aggressive at the start of rounds. They can't take that risk. They have to play default rounds and allow players like Alu to try and maybe get the AWP in the next round going forward, but Guardian is the only player with that weapon for now.
C starts to get position. They slow things down considerably. Guardian on the ops tag to 51, so locate him somewhere safe to be a turret while the rest walk to the site. Rain reverse firebox. Is confident alone inside of the A side. They've got some pressure on middle, but no information over toward B.
Yeah, they've actually got a rough round ahead of them. This will be the full set piece from NaVi. Only Rain is there for now. Nico does rotate in, so they have got their 2 strongest players towards the A side of the map. Whether they can hold this off with limited utilities yet to be seen. They don't have any AWP either. Molotovs come in, so do the smokes, and this is the full commitment from NaVi. First kills will be incredibly important. Nico smoked out, has to flash through and see if he can find a frag.
Rain saw it at the last minute. I thought he didn't call that flash coming in because Rain was staring directly at it until the last second, but keeps his vision. Not quite enough to do damage. Nico and Rain, the 2 inside of the site, will go down early. 3 versus 3. 4 versus 3. Pulled back, but Guardian up close, over the top, and Simple with a one-hit wonder, walks out and takes down Alu with the one-tap. Guardian doesn't hit Kerrigan, but knows exactly where he is as they put the bomb down safely. Low HP for Seized, won't be caught. If that nade bounced, it would be enough, but Seized, getting ever closer, gives himself up. Kerrigan's got a chance. Nade lands as well. Guardian goes to 42. AWP up close. He's already hit 1 in the round, not this time. And Kerrigan He's going to strike first to keep the round alive. Chad,
He's loving it.
please go back to Australia.
Wow, okay. That might have been a bit much.
Just kidding.
Just joking.
Oh, a joke.
Well, there it is. Carrigan keeps the dream alive. The bomb goes down, but NaVi probably can't buy into this one. I'd suggest they probably force, considering it came down to another 1v1 there. Carrigan, great work, all things considered. So the buy comes in, 3 AKs, a scout for Guardian, and not out of the woods just yet. It's going to be 15-6. Still a match point, of course, and we'll see whether they can actually hold them off. Ali does get the AWP, though, so he'll be challenged by Guardian, who actually hit the first shot of Scout into the shoulder of Ali there. Takes down to 47 HP. Nico just at the UMP here, trying to challenge towards middle as he uses that smoke to his advantage. Kirishima, I would say, gets a kill here, but Nico beats him to the punch.
Nico with 6 HP, though. Someone might have spiked that punch at the party. He's going to have to back up into the site, rotate around, put himself in a much better position. Flamey hits Halu, gets down toward Catwalk. And NaVi's still in with a shout to pick it up now, but if they don't, remember that money starts to dwindle away. Spotted Rain, but can't get the shot on him. Backs off instead. Calculated aggression, doesn't want to make sure that he's in the wrong position at the wrong time. Good find from Kerrigan, dropping down in. Nearly gets another, but it's simple to take him out. It's all on to Rain.
Good
1
luck.
versus 3. His entourage is dead. I'm sorry, Sasha, but you were the first to go. As Rain starts to look through the window, finds the headshot onto Edward. Looks and spots simple, but that's game done. 16-5 or 6 was it in the end? Either way, it doesn't matter. NaVi win 2.
I think it was 7 overall
Whatever.
without Ralph around. But yeah, like it was just, it didn't really matter at that point. So yeah, another flat game from FaZe overall. No one really arriving too much for them. And NaVi looked solid throughout both maps there, especially Simple on Mirage. He suddenly went into 5th gear there. So very impressive stuff from him overall. We apologize for the technical issues there, but still an interesting game in terms of like some of the big rounds we saw there. Some big clutches. Guardian one come to mind as well with the AWP in the Palace. That was quite exciting. Would you agree, Matthew?
I think it was reasonably exciting.
Reasonably exciting, not too
The only
much.
thing more exciting than that is having an Australian sit on a desk
Here we
beside
go.
an American for the sakes of cultural education.
Wow, leaving Lauren out of it, Matt.
She's
that's
British for
interesting,
those
yeah.
playing at home.
Yeah, just in case anyone didn't know. Either way, 16-6. That is both maps that FaZe came out very, very flat in. So yeah, a little bit disappointing after that grand final in Katowice. Obviously, still some things they're working on and tinkering with, but 2 important maps now for NaVi to pick up, solidify their position in that playoff race.
Yeah, NaVi didn't look like they could put a foot wrong, or they were making really good decisions all across the board. On the CT side, they weren't having any issues finding picks. Even when they did get picked off, they were able to recover. So those are some good things for NaVi. Flat, I think you've said it, Henry said it, the best word to describe the way FaZe were looking there. I think, we talk about how individually skilled they are and how that can be something they rely on, or it's important for them from time to time. If somebody's having an off game, that is hard to replicate, right? That's why teams like SK or Astralis with a lot of structure, even if people aren't hitting the shots, you can always fall back to strategies because you don't have to be hitting, those pixel perfect headshots. You can rely on executes.
Yeah, and here's the standings up here. We see just with those 2 wins, NaVi jumps from what, 5th to 2nd now.
Lovely.
So that's not bad. So that's just how closely contested it is. Although to be fair, they've now put themselves 2 wins above number 5 Virtus Pro. Not a bad place to be in, and FaZe unfortunately falls 2 because of that. So they're down in 8th place, but still plenty of time to recover. But I mean, this is going to be such a close race coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it will be. There's nothing like... My headset picks up Mitch at all times right now.
Oh, yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that
Lots
the
of
other
static
week.
right now.
What's he saying?
Sometimes he just mutters to himself.
just
He
having a
talks
wander.
about the good
As
old
he's psyching
days
himself up, he's
when,
like,
"Oh."
when the dingo got his baby. You know what else is unexpected? G2
What's-
lost to Horrors on the first map, and they're currently getting
Stop
bent
it.
over on the second.
Stop it. It's like 50 Shades Dark.
Stop talking about Matt's
It's not great.
fantasies.
We heard enough about that already.
Yeah, we did.
We really did.
Henry catfishing might have been the most exciting part of that match.
In Counter-Strike, mind you.
Yeah, right. Why not? It's been a mess here. But yeah,
it is a
either way,
absolute mess.
the takeaways are that
So
G2 are
dumb.
currently losing, and NaVi has 2 very, very good maps. That being said, we are going to take it to break. When we return, we have the Swedish derby. It's going to be NIP taking on Fnatic. Stay tuned.